I am here today talking about GBP. That's how strong that currency was. Now it's lost over 99% of its value. Names like Pirelli, the cost is so high that these companies, these big factories cannot survive. They cannot compete. Take my advice, do not go all in at the same time. I've been building my position every 30-40 pips. So I'm already 600 pips in the positive. And it was moving beautifully in that particular channel since 2005, making lower lows, lower highs, and I think it's going down, and it's going to go down hard. In my opinion, dropped by almost 700 pips without any meaningful pullback. Hello guys, this is Vinit from Edge-Forex, and by popular demand, I am here today talking about GBP. Yes, you heard me right, Great British Pound. I don't know, there's not much greatness left in that country, not alone their currency itself. They used to be the biggest, the mightiest, and the greatest, the most industrialized nation ever. The world power, they led the world at one point. They had the reserve currency at one point where the British pound was actually worth a pound of silver sterling. That's how strong that currency was. Now it's lost over 99% of its value. So that said, it is also the oldest standing fiat currency in the world right now. So that should tell you something, and it's on its last legs. I think in one word, UK is fucked. British pound in the long term, when I say 1, 2, 3 years, it's absolutely fucked. And I want to start off with a statistic that is going to, I guess, give you the picture that I'm trying to draw in a very, very short way. There are, in 2024, over 11,300 millionaires left the city of London. That's staggering amount of wealth that is exiting England, and especially the city of London, the financial hub of Europe, is staggering. It is shocking. That is almost 40 millionaires leaving a day. Imagine the kind of money that is running away from the city, and my kind of wealth that London is losing, and the kind of wealthy people that London is losing. And what are they replacing that with? Refugees from Syria, refugees from Afghanistan, from Pakistan, and God knows where. Pisses me off. It used to be a beautiful country. London used to be a beautiful city. Try going there now. It looks like a war-torn place. It looks like any third world country's capital. It used to be beautiful. It used to be clean. Now it's filthy. The infrastructure is breaking down. The cities are breaking down. There's no upkeep. The garbage is fucking everywhere. Just thinking about it just pisses me off. One such a nice country, one such a beautiful country, just gone down the drain. And I don't see it coming back, because the kind of leadership that they are electing is 100% socialist. It's become a welfare state. There are no industries. The big names like Pirelli, they shut down their plants. Why? Because the energy costs are so high because of the new green energy initiatives. The cost is so high that these companies, these big factories cannot survive. They cannot compete. So in short and long, I think England is done. I think Britain is way overrated. It is done. They have a very strong passport, and I think it's just nostalgia, and it's just, but as a country, they have nothing to offer. Yes, they have the bomb. Yes, they can attack anybody. They have a really good navy, thanks to the US. They have the best of the best fighters. Yes, thank you, US. But as a country, they have nothing to offer. Their economy is growing by a mere 1%, and they're running a really high inflation. Unemployment is over 5%. Debt is growing by the rate of 15% per annum per year. It is a basket case. They're losing money. The money is exiting the country. Money is exiting the city of London. And the kind of people they are importing and the kind of immigration they are having, it is just sorry state. I don't know how else to describe. It is really, really pathetic. So if you're looking for a really long-term trade, like 3, 4, 5 years, 1 to 5 years, short the British pound, sell GBP USD, and you are going to thank me. I've been doing it for a while now. You will thank me, but slowly build your position. Don't go all in at one time, because nothing goes up or down in the straight line. It is going to go down. It's going to go one step up, 2 steps down. And it's not going to be an elevator down. It's going to be steps down. So be very careful as you're building your positions. I will cover how to build this position in another video, but right now I just want to talk about GBP USD. The long-term trade is to go short. The long-term trade is to sell GBP USD without any doubt. It's one of those things is going to make you a lot of freaking money over the years. But again, take my advice. Do not go all in at the same time. I've been building my position every 30, 40 pips. I'll create a trade of open like 0.02 or 0.05 or 0.1 lots. And I'm building my trades. So I'm already 600 pips in the positive, and I built like about a dozen or so orders. And by the time I'm done, I'll be well over 100 orders, trades. So that's the kind of trade I'm talking about. That's the kind of potential this has, because all my research is telling me that the country itself is done, and so is its currency. It's no longer, it used to be the world's reserve currency, but it's no longer is the reserve currency. The only reason it's standing is because it's really close to the United States. That's it. United States is propping this country up. That's about it and nothing else. If you go see the situation there on the ground, it is sad. It is sad. Pisses me off, guys, because I used to really, really like the country. Because that was the first country actually I went to when I left my country, and then I was there for about 4 months before I actually moved to Canada. So I really, really loved it. So I have that connection with that country, and I go there so often because I have some cousins there, and I love the food. The kind of variety of food you get over there is absolutely amazing. Food-wise, great. Visit, great. But to live there, it is an absolute shithole. So, and I think countries like Canada and Australia are following England's or UK's path. But again, that's not the topic for today. Today we are talking about England and GBP. Again, the long-term trade for GBP is down, down, down. Okay, so let's do some analysis. You're looking at the chart of GBP USD. This is a really long-term chart. It's a weekly chart, so every candle that you see is a week, and it goes all the way back to 2005. So it's a 20-year chart. But that should tell you a story. Every time I look at a chart, the first thing I look at the chart, okay, what is my underlying trend? Here, there's a shouting trend that is low. It's starting with 2, and it bottomed here at 1, cut in half. Now it bounced back to 1.3 and change, and now it's rolling over, and it's gonna go hard. It's out hard. So let's draw some trend lines and see what it's looking like in the long term here. Okay, so let's draw a channel, and it was moving beautifully in that particular channel since 2005, making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, a little bit of a higher high, and I think it's going down, and it's going to go down hard. In my opinion, again, that's my opinion. It's not a financial advice. I don't know why they keep saying, who the fuck cares? I'm just telling you how I see it. All right, guys. So try to break out of the channel. When the dollar took a hit earlier this year, it tried to break out of the channel. Now you can look at it 2 ways, one of 2 ways. One way is it's gone up here, and it's going to test that channel, to see if that support holds, because right, that's exactly what it's doing right now. Hey, what happened here? Anyways, or it's going to break down. If it decisively breaks down this line here and goes below, which is actually in process of doing, let's zoom in. Actually, it's already broken down. And if it keeps below that line, if it goes down another 30, 40, 50 pips, it's going to accelerate. This move is going to fucking accelerate like anything. And then I'm going to keep adding. So that's my long-term trade. Don't mix it with the short-term. It can go up by 100 pips any day because it's so oversold right now. As I said, nothing goes in up or down or sideways in a straight line. That's the market, guys. Okay, but right now, gravity is in action, it's pulling it down. So let me remove all this. Okay, guys, and then let's zoom in a little bit and let's go into a 4-hour chart. That is going to give you a clearer picture. And if I zoom in further, so the peak was, say, around 37, 1.37. Now it's at 130.27. So almost 700 pips is dropped by almost 700 pips without any meaningful pullback. So, and now RSI is also right now, it was really badly oversold. It was almost at like 23. Right now, my RSI is looking at 30.99, 31. So it's still oversold. It's still not recovered. It's still pointing that the conditions are oversold right now. But the trend, in my opinion, is actually accelerating to the downside. Is the low risk or the path of least resistance right now is lower. So let's also put in another indicator that I usually use to see short-term movement is Bollinger Band. Okay. Now, in the 4-hour chart, it actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. It was outside. It was trading outside of the Bollinger Band. So now it's gonna come back in. So it's trying to make a comeback, and it's going to try to go towards the middle moving average line here, the blue line here. So once it touches that blue line and it starts to go lower again, that's where you want to sell. So if the blue line extends, say, further here, and then the price goes here and starts moving back here, something like that, that's when you want to enter the next sell. Right now it's on the sideways. It's trying to kind of consolidate, in my opinion, a little bit for the next day, 2-3 days. I don't think it's going to have any direction over the next day or 2 or 3. Any move, in my opinion, looks like a fake out. But the high probability trade with the probability of win is, in my opinion, the path of least resistance is lower. One of all the reasons that I gave you, plus looking at the charts, plus what is happening with the dollar. Dollar is on a tear, guys. Dollar is on a tear. It is going parabolic, and nobody's talking about it. That's what I love. The stealth bull markets. I love those. When there's a lot of noise in the market, that means we are towards the end of a bull market. Remember, guys, a few weeks ago, everybody was talking gold, gold, gold. Gold is going higher. Gold is going higher. I was one of the very few voices that came out and said, guys, everybody is talking. Gold's gone parabolic and nothing goes up in the straight line. 3 days later, what? We have a huge correction. And I think I don't see with British pound, I don't see a huge reversal back up. Path of the least resistance is down. You just need to time it. You time your trades. You just need to time it, even if you are actually pressing a short-term trade. Medium term to long term, I said close your eyes. Doesn't matter. Few pips here or few pips there. I don't care. It shouldn't matter. Go short. keep adding to your shorts every time the trade is going in your direction. Just keep adding. Just do your limit orders and just place after every 30 or 50 pips, and you are going to thank me, because this thing is going really, really far fast, in my humble opinion. Because it didn't take much, guys. It didn't take much from one. So let's see. Let's do the time. So from here all the way till here, it took 49 days for 700 pips. That's, yeah, 2 months. Yeah, that's about right. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. But again, that's what I think, guys. I think GBP is in trouble. A short term, day or 2 or 3, I think it's going to go sideways. Then once it hits the middle moving average here on the Bollinger Band, the blue line on the 4-hour chart, and it moves down, that's your entry. And right at 400, couple of hundred pips, if you want to trade it short term. I wouldn't go long on this one. I wouldn't, because I just don't see a bullish scenario, especially with the dollar is going parabolic, and I think it's not worth the risk, because again, the high probability trade, in my opinion, is short, and that too when you have the setup. I'll give you guys an idea when I think is a good entry point. I'll give you guys an idea. See, right now it just came down just way too fast. See, when things go down this fast, the consolidation usually lasts a while, and you don't want to be going long or short in a sideways market. It's just the way trading works. So yeah, that said, I will keep an eye on it since you guys are interested in GBP USD, and I will give you guys a notice, or I'll either make a video or I will put it on our group as soon as I see things developing. I think that's it. That's enough for now. I'll come back with the dollar analysis later, because guys, I love that chart. I love EUR USD. If there is a chart that is more interesting than this, it's EUR USD, and I can't wait to talk about that. All right, guys, thank you.